Hello, friends and family.
Hey guys.
First, we'd just like to apologize for how late we've been with the updates. It's just been fairly crazy since we are now on outreach. Woo! And so we've just been really busy doing outreach things, which we want to tell you about, but we still want to apologize for not being able to update you guys sooner with the video.
Yeah, so as Bree said, it's been pretty hectic. I know we've been able to update a few of you guys on stuff that's been going on, but even just from the get-go, it's been pretty wild. Yeah, once again, maybe as some of you already know, our main leader, or we have two leaders. We have a male and a female leader. They're probably around like 20, 21, and our male leader, his father passed away right as we were finishing like our second week of our first location in Guadalajara. And so honestly, ever since then, it's just been a lot. I think, yeah, there were just already some like practical roles and like leadership roles that Bree and I had. But kind of once that happened and he had to go home, rightfully so, the next day, we kind of really had to like step up. And for me particularly, they really just like, I was already assisting, but they were like fully, gave me kind of just like reign and I guess responsibility of our financial situation as a team, as well as just like logistical and practical things with transportation and housing and food costs, like all of the above. And then Bree was really just there, front lines in terms of practically figuring out like food situations, like day-to-day meals, cooking, rotation schedules, all these things. So it's been pretty wild, for sure. But at the same time, I think, in that, Bree and I have really seen how it's just like, I don't know, like there's something about God's timing and planning, I guess, with that, and how, maybe being on the older side of the group and having like other experiences, whether it be like via college or just like other missionary work and just, I guess, like corporate or just like professional workforce. I think we both just felt like pretty equipped and pretty called, I guess, just to like step up in that way and then fill in the gaps like in the way that we can and hopefully provide stability, in those ways in our team. So yeah, that's just a little bit of a preface, or I guess like an intro of what's been up, but it's definitely been pretty wild. Bree would love to share, maybe more about like Guadalajara and like what we did there. But once again, as Bree has already like said, I'd love to just reiterate, we are definitely sorry it's taken a while, but just trying to adjust to certain curveballs that have been thrown.
Yeah, so we've been going to different locations pretty much every 2 weeks around, and we've been taking buses around Mexico. So first we went to Guadalajara, which is one of the major cities in Mexico, and we partnered with a church there. And we stayed in the church, we slept in the church, and we really helped them with their services. I got to do the Easter Sunday service sermon, which was crazy and fun. And a lot of our other teammates they led worship, and then we led Wednesday night services and then another Sunday service, and then all the children's ministries. So it was really cool. Definitely really difficult, just like pretty exhausting, just because we had to sleep on the floor, on chairs, things like that. But it was really good, I think, for us to just be able to like gather together as a team and just really be grateful for what we have and and work together. We went out to do evangelism pretty much like every day. When we were there. We evangelized in this one park where a lot of trafficking went on with women, and so we got to evangelize to a lot of the women there and pray for them. So that was really cool. And we did evangelism in the central part of the city, and just in different parts we would go every day. We also did a day where we packed lunches for homeless people and went to them and prayed for them. So yeah, that was really cool and definitely pushing outside of our comfort zone maybe. And then our next location, we went to Leon, which is another city there, and we stayed at a family's house that are a part of YWAM. And that was really, really cool. They were so hospitable to us. They made us meals pretty much every day almost, because the husband or the father went to culinary school, and he just like loves to cook, so he really blessed us that way. And The husband and wife were just fantastic at hosting us and so hospitable, and their daughter and their grandson live with them. So that was really cool just to see a family that would just always spend time together and really supported each other. So we spent a lot of time with that family, as well as every day we partnered with a Christian school there that they made connections with from the last outreach team that went there. So it was a Christian school, and we taught English every day to them, and we'd also help with other activities, like they had Bible classes every day, and me and two other girls were in the middle group, who were around like 9, 10, 11, and then there were preschoolers, and then there were high schoolers, and Anthony was with the high schoolers and I was with the littler kids, but yeah, both were really great, and that was really fun. I think it was really cool to be able to help teach English in a practical way, just because the school, practically speaking, really wanted an English teacher and needs English teachers, but they can't afford them. So just even though it was only like 2 weeks, just being able to be there with the kids and share whatever skills that we have just to help was really cool. And just to see what they were doing with the youth of Leon, and it was really cool because the people that started it is a family from Texas, and they started a leather factory business, and the children that go to the school are the children of the factory workers, so they want to provide good working conditions and as well as a school for their children to go to while they're at work. So just the whole thing is really cool, how they're reaching out to the people in Leon. And like Anthony said, it's different. I feel like Anthony and I's roles are more of like being like leaders on the team, and like making sure the team is okay and discipling people, whether it be men or women, and making sure they're okay and doing practical things, which has definitely been fun, but it's also been like tiring at times. But just with all the changes and a lot of sickness and a lot of different things going on and switches in their schedule, it's definitely been crazy. And then Anthony can tell you about our location we're in right now.
Yeah, so our third location is Durango, and we're staying right now kind of like on a little compound. It's pretty cool. They're actually also YWAM missionaries, but they're leading a DTS, like a school, you could say, like a program back in the city that we were in for 3 months. So their house is open right now, and they're very gracious enough to let us stay here. It's really cool. It's off the grid, and they have solar panels, and they just completely are like, or for the most part, are like self-sustainable. So it's kind of cool that we have like more space compared to the other places where we were like really just in, it's like more dense areas and cities. So it's kind of nice to like have like free space to just like roam around and kind of walk and be surrounded by farmland. But at this location, mainly what we've done is we've partnered with another YWAM that's like rooted here, and they're just getting off the ground. They've just signed a contract to lease a property and start like their own base, and so we've done various things there just by helping them clean their base and try to start it up and establish in that way. Then we've done similar things that Bree was talking about in the other locations of doing just evangelism in parks and in different areas of the city. We've gotten to go to colonias, which I would say, in my opinion, they're pretty similar to something of like slums, more or less. Really just like not even housing projects beneath that, but just like shacks, that are thrown together with plywood from pallets and whatever resources are available or whatever they can procure. So that was pretty cool just to be able to spend time there. And I should say previously, like before we went to that area, we were putting together like care packages more or less with food supplies for those people. So we've done that. We've also gone to other like neighboring villages around us that are more just off the grid outside of the city, and have done work with a church, handed out Bibles and prayed with people and kind of like hosted prayer meetings and worship sessions, more or less. So that's been great. It's been also, I guess, like another crazy time here, and it was even, we were kind of worried about it back in the second location in Leon, we had one of our team members had to go to the hospital and spend the night there for a couple days. So, and then another girl after that got stung by a scorpion. So that kind of had its own episodes. And then we got here and everything was like pretty stable for the most part. And yeah, we have this property, and also I should say we also have a car or 2 cars, which are super helpful for getting around. So things were like on the up and up. And then we just found out yesterday that one of our team members tested positive for COVID. So yeah, that's been pretty insane. We basically spent the whole morning driving people back and forth to get an antibody test, and then our other teammates just got back because they're doing rapid tests, and we'll leave in like 45 minutes and do that as well. So we're kind of uncertain, how things are looking right now. As I kind of mentioned before, like being on the logistical side of things and finance side of things, I've really just had to adapt to that and try to recover and recuperate all of our money, which so far has gone well, in terms of like bus tickets and plane tickets for future locations, because we were supposed to leave in like 2 days more or less, and that's just not happening anymore. So we're kind of stuck here for a little bit. Our teammates like quarantined, and that's been hard enough just for her, like not being around us, and we're also like trying to isolate ourselves in like groups of 3, so just in case somebody tests positive from one of these rapid tests, we can not all have to like restart our quarantine, I guess. So yeah, we're all just trying to figure things out, and that's been kind of, as Bree was saying, being maybe on the older side and whatnot. We've really just gotten like a lot closer with like our formal leaders like on this trip, and have really just been trying to assist them. Bree's been doing an excellent job and trying to provide like health and medical background in regards to COVID and how we can carry that out practically. So yeah, it really feels like we're on the fast track to parenthood at the moment. We have a lot of kids, and then not in like in a bad way or something like that, but like really just trying to do our best to like look out for everybody and take into consideration, everybody's like mental health and also physical health at this point. But yeah, it's been a lot of fun. I'm just trying to like figure that out and take care of everybody. But yeah, that's kind of been the most of it. We definitely would really appreciate prayer given the situation, even just from like a mental health standpoint. We're really just beginning like our quarantine process, and would definitely appreciate prayer for that, as well as just like the rest of our teammates, and also just a practical level of what we're gonna do in like whatever 8 days now, 10 days, like where we go, where we pick things up, how we book tickets. There's just a lot to like figure out, but at the same time there's a lot that we can't plan for given what we know. So we'd really appreciate prayer for that. And maybe just like lastly, would also appreciate prayer for like when we come back and transition back back to the US and figuring out things there and how we want to go about that with schooling and things like that. So yeah, we definitely miss you guys a lot. I don't know if you have anything else to say, Bree, but we really miss you guys a lot. Really pray for you guys consistently, every night, things like that. So, sorry, go ahead, Bree.
Oh no, I was just gonna say continued prayers for that, as well as I think like just discouragement on both of our parts. But yeah, I've been planning a health education program for our next location, where we were supposed to teach, just start a health education program there with one of the YWAM bases in Puerto Vallarta. And so over the last couple months and weeks, I've been creating like a women's health and a nutrition program, which I just finished almost. And then we just found out about COVID, and so we are unsure if we're even able to go to that location, which means we wouldn't be able to do the health education program. So I think just like discouraged with that, just because I really wanted to be able to use nursing skills in that way, just to educate. But yeah, just like prayers for a miracle to happen, for us to be able to go, even if it's just for a week, as well as just like mental health, just continued like respect and honor for one another as we're all living together in one house, for 13 of us, and it's just can get a little bit overwhelming with all of us always with each other. But yeah, it's still been really good, and yeah, we thank you so much for your prayers and support. And yeah, as Anthony said, we pray for you guys consistently. But yeah, we just thank you guys and can't wait to see you soon.
See you guys at weddings. Congratulations to everyone that's gotten engaged. Shout out to John and Liv and Brennan and Dem, and who knows next. But yeah, we miss you guys a lot, and let us know as well if there's anything that we can be praying for you guys. But yeah, also I guess with that, hopefully we can get this video out somewhat soon. But we'll have time in like the next 8 days, so if you guys just want to catch up and talk and stuff, we'll probably be pretty free. But yeah, I think that's pretty much it. Definitely, once again, love you guys, miss you guys a lot. We'll talk to you soon.
Thank you. Love you guys. Bye.
Patience, slow and bonito. And all they gonna do is gonna change color, right? Wow. You can put it in the scissor sheet.
They don't really mix up well.
And I just thank you so much that we were able to have this connection. I just asked.
There.
Yo, what up? We're here with Bruno. It's Bruno and Bree. Bruno, say what up. Say ¿qué tal? Woo! Oh, he's smelling bad.
Yeah, that's not on me.
What up?
Wow, he really likes that. Carlos!
This is really pretty right here. This is really
No?
You should have a quiet time.
Yeah, that's true. Right now, for example.
Brie, what are you doing right now?
Where am I going?
What are you doing?
Well, I think we're almost done. I'm just watering the plants.
Okay. I just...
Oh.
No, that's fine, that's fine. ¿Con toda la familia? ¿Sí? Perfecto. Cualquier.
Take a video for our vlog.
Soldier boy, you soldier boy.
Soldier boy up in the hour.
In that what?
Right by you, right here. Yeah, right by you. Wait, I can't remember which one's mine. Whatever one has crab is yours.
You got something that's very special.
Yeah, very special. Oh, this one has crab. This one's yours.
How cold is it right now? I don't know, man. I'm here.
Today I want to talk to you guys a bit about missionaries. Entonces, hoy quiero ver un poco.
Oh, it's May 4th, yeah.
May 3rd.
May 3rd.
Oh. Oh no.
Yeah,
Go.
Bree doing laundry
Oh, the water's not
with
on.
her friend.